Hey everyone, it is March the 28th, 2017, Tuesday, day 25 of TowerGate. Okay, a couple things here. And by the way, I'm going to try to do these daily updates on TowerGate, make them a little shorter and just mainly hit the main topics. And then I'll do additional video or videos to go into depth in the discussion, because the videos are a little long for people who are just wanting to get a daily update. So I'll kind of hit on the main topics, and then if there's something that needs further explanation, I'll do a separate video. So if you want kind of the short version, you can have that. If you want to go look at maybe a longer version of the explanation of the main topics, and you can do that as well. So anyway, that's what we're going to do from this point forward, at least ways as things continue to play out the way they are, which is that drip, drip, drip thing. So anyway, it is day 25 of TowerGate. There is one thing that I picked up this morning. I don't know how much credibility to give it because it comes from USA Politics Today. They are a news and information source, but they are also kind of on the entertainment side. And so I don't know how much credibility that I would give this, but and it's the only place I've seen this. I'm not sure where they got it, what their source is, but USA Politics Today is reporting as of this morning that James Comey is going to be leaving. In fact, stating that possibly they'll be announcing that on April the 1st, that James Comey will be leaving. And it appears they're suggesting that Trey Gowdy is going to be the choice for the FBI director. However, he still has until 2018 to serve out his current position, and so I'm not sure how exactly that would work. And again, because this is all speculation right now, there's no more details I could find on it. I did Google it up, and there's no one else really reporting any original other source reporting. There are other people re-reporting using USA Politics Today, but they seem to be the only solitary source that's reporting that. So I don't know how much credibility to give to this particular idea, but I thought I'd get it out there because it's in the wind. So is Comey going to be gone on April 1st? He certainly should be, but we'll wait and see. Okay, so on Sunday I did a video and I advised Chairman Nunes that he could expect on Monday a full onslaught, a full frontal attack on him, and of course that's exactly what happened. I could tell that because I could see the talking points developing over the weekend. Because what happens if you're the Democrats and you know that Nunes obviously has seen some information that he believes suggests that there may have been something illegal or certainly something unethical going on regarding the surveillance of Trump or people around him. What you have to do if you're the Democrats is what you have to do if you can't do anything about the evidence. You attack the person bringing forth the evidence, and you try to personally attack them to try to attack their credibility so that whatever evidence they have can be brought into question. So this will buy you a couple of days, but ultimately when the facts come out and the evidence is presented, none of that will matter. So I'm not really sure why they're pushing this unless they, well, it's really the only thing they have. So yeah, that is why they're pushing. They have nothing else. So anyway, like I said, I don't think Nunes watched my video, but certainly he probably had people around him who probably told him over the weekend, prepare yourself on Monday because they'll be coming after you with everything they got. And that's, of course, exactly what is happening. So let's see what's next here. Oh, yes. Yesterday I also told you that we didn't really have any reporting as to whether or not these closed hearings that were supposed to occur with Comey and Rogers, head of the NSA, whether or not that closed hearing actually did happen. As it turns out now, we have just learned as of last night that according to Nunes, they were a no-show. Comey and Rogers were a no-show to the closed hearing. They did not even send a message to let them know they weren't going to be showing up or any reason why they wouldn't show up. They just flat out were no-shows. And Nunes, you can tell he's very frustrated, and he's stating that really they can't move forward until they can have a conversation with Rogers and Comey because they need information from them in order to develop the line of questioning that they're going to use for future hearings and other people they might question. So until they get what they need from Comey and Rogers, they're not really able to move forward. And of course, Comey and Rogers, especially Comey, are now apparently just refusing to comply with the committee, which is responsible for the oversight. And maybe that's why Comey may be gone on April 1st, and he very well should be. Let's see here. Yes. Watching CNN and MSNBC, which is very hard to do, but I do it so you won't have to. It's really funny watching these programs. I mean, they really have nothing. Obviously, the course of action they're taking is the only one they have. The only thing they can do is try to attack Trump, his administration, Nunes, Gowdy, anyone else. They have to attack the individuals because they cannot attack the evidence, because first of all, they haven't seen the evidence. They don't know what all the evidence is, and quite honestly, the evidence would probably be damaging to them, and they know that. So they're trying to get out ahead of it and create as much conflict and do as much damage to the messengers as possible, hoping that by discrediting them, they will in fact discredit the evidence that eventually will come forward. This, of course, will fail. And it will fail for one simple reason, that the CNN and MSNBC and even the Democrats don't seem to be able to grasp right now, and that is that they don't control anything. The Republicans, Trump administration controls the executive branch, and the Republicans control both Congress, houses of Congress, both the Senate and the House. That means that they determine what investigations are going to look into, which directions those investigations are going to go. They basically control pretty much everything. They don't control the media, obviously, but they do control the evidence and the investigations and how they go. The Democrats really don't have much to say about anything. Obviously, they want to keep pushing that we need to have an investigation of Trump and his collusion with the Russians, which, of course, we've been investigating that for a very long time. There's nothing there. There's no evidence there. There's no there. But that doesn't matter to CNN and MSNBC and many of the Democrats because they really have nothing else. What there is evidence of, however, is that the Trump White House was surveilled, that Trump was surveilled at least from what Nunes has seen after he won the presidency and was waiting to be inaugurated. And there is evidence of wrongdoing, possibly criminal activity, or at least ways unethical activity, and that evidence is obvious. So at least to Nunes and to all the circumstantial evidence. You can't do a lot with circumstantial evidence, but you can certainly, when it all adds up with a little bit of factual evidence, hard evidence, you can certainly make a strong case. And I think that that's where this is playing out. So the Democrats and the left-wing media are delusional. They control nothing. It doesn't matter how loud they scream about Trump and Russia collusion. That's not going to be the direction these hearings are going to go. These hearings are going to go in the direction they are going, which is to find out what was going on with the surveillance around Trump and his administration. Now, on the Senate side, where you have McCain and Lindsey Graham working with the Democrats, they can certainly create a lot more problems. I think the Senate is less friendly to the administration than the House, so we'll have to wait and see what it looks like on the Senate side. But even those Senate Republicans, Donald Trump is very popular in a lot of their states, and so they have to tread very carefully if they're going to try to be obstructionist at trying to get to the truth about what was actually happening here. So this is kind of what is going on today. No major bombshells. Again, I don't expect, other than having some sort of a deep throat type individual come out and start feeding information, which we've already seen a little bit of that, but there's probably more of that will come. And those are usually the big breaks that you have in these types of things. But right now it looks like it's the committee versus the FBI and the NSA as to whether or not they're going to comply with the oversight committee and do what they're required to do, and right now it doesn't look like they are. So this requires a little bit more commentary, more investigation, and I think I'll do that in a separate video. So anyway, that's the news of the day. Nunes is under full attack. USA Politics Today reporting that Comey may be gone by April 1st, possibly Trey Gowdy to replace him. We have the Dems who control nothing, acting as if they control everything. And we have, of course, the NSA and the FBI director standing up Nunes, not showing up to the closed hearing, not giving any reason why or even any notice that they would not be showing up. They just stood him up cold turkey. So anyone who's had been stood up knows how that feels. I assume that when you finally do get Comey and Rogers back in front of a committee, I expect, as I said a couple days ago, that they're not going to be quite as nice as they have been, and they're really going to push. So that's what's going on. March 28th, 2017, day 25 of TowerGate. You all have a good day. Thank you for subscribing, sharing my videos, and I do appreciate all your support, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll do it again. We'll see where it goes. Alrighty, bye.